Hello and welcome back. My name is Jeremy, and today we're going to be talking about CSS. And CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and it's just a lot easier to say CSS. So, what is CSS? Well, CSS allows us to make a typographic or design styles to our overall page, and we do this by using our tags or the elements that are on the page itself, like our paragraph tags or H1 tags, and then we can control those tags by adding color or a certain font family, or the element could even be a certain font size. And there's a lot of things that we can do with that. It's just a couple examples I can think of top of my head. So what are some of the advantages of doing this? Well, of course, besides we have greater layout or style control over the whole page. Like I said, color size, line spacing, placement, margins, the list goes on. We can also separate styles from the structure of our HTML document, and we'll get into that a little later on. It's easier to for site maintenance. So if you make one style sheet for the whole website, you need to change something, to, let's say 300-400 pages, you make one change and it changes on all of them. Now, some of the disadvantages, and it's still true today, when I first started doing this, people were still using like Internet Explorer 6 and 7 and stuff like that, and then Firefox come out and a few other ones. Well, Firefox would render perfectly fine when I would make something, when I would use the Internet Explorer's 5.5, 6, 7. It looked totally different, and it was so hard to figure it out. Now, there's ways that you can do it, but you beat your head against the wall for a little while trying to figure it all out. And that's still true today. Internet Explorer still renders things a little bit differently than Safari, Chrome, and Firefox will. I'm not sure why that is. It's just something you have to be prepared for. So there's three different ways that we can define CSS within a page or to a website. One is called the internal, which is embedded, and we'll get into that. We'll get into all these here in a while. I'll kind of break them all up. The other one is an external sheet, which we'll probably do the most of, and the other one is a inline tag, which kind of helps out if you want to do something quick and dirty. The rules are pretty simple. Here, let me go here. Let's go. Let's take this for an example. Okay. Actually, let me just cut that up for. Oops. I say cut. Cut. Okay. So, if we were to make a rule that we wanted our H1 tags to be a certain color. Okay. So you have this. We have to declare a selector first, and then we have to declare what property we want to manipulate. So we'll say color, simple enough, right? And you use a colon to separate or to match them up, property and value pairs, pretty much. So we'll say red, and that's really about it. It's just got to remember what selector you want to use, the property you're going after, and the value that you wanted to come out of. Alright, so let's put this back to the way I had it. There we go. Alright, so we have this one for an example. This is what you would call embedded. And this goes in between your H tag. You have this new tag called style, and style lets you use, of course, different types of styles. You have the CSS, JavaScript, and there's a few other ones as well. You have to use this, the comment code here. When you comment everything, it looks like it's commented out, but it really isn't. You're still using it. It's just the way it's set up. Then I'm going to call my H1 tag, which is here. I'm going to say I want to use this property of color, and I want the value to be blue. Then here I separate because I have more than one. You have to use a semicolon. Then I call my other property, which is font size, and then I want my font size to be a 36 point font size. And then again with the paragraph, and then the same rules apply. So that's how I produced this page right here. So let's look at this one, and let's go ahead and let's delete. I'm going to delete all this. We're just going to start from fresh on this one. We're going to do an embedded one. like I said, we have the style tag, and style equals type equals text slash CSS. And this just lets the browser know that, like, hey, there's CSS here. We're gonna be using it, so get ready. All right. So for this one, I'm going to want to use let's see, we'll do an H3, just make it a little different. No, actually, we don't need to put tag around it. Go to H3, and I'm going to use paragraph tag. Now you're going to use the curly brackets. Now my property, I'm going to just do let's say font dash family. And what family font can I think of off the top of my head? Let's impact. There we go. We'll use impact. And that's it. For my paragraph one, I'm going to change, I'm going to say color. Oops. Property I want is color, and I want to change it to green. And I want, oops, semicolon. I want to change the font size to, well, let's reduce that. Let's do 18, I guess. Point. And we'll save this. Okay. If I come to this page and refresh, of course, nothing's going to happen. And I forgot one thing I just told you guys. You have to put the comment. Oops, the comment tags in here. Okay. So that's done. So we have to we got to call our tags, or use our tags, rather. H3, we can say CSS is really fun, and it can be. It just takes a while to get used to all this. We got our paragraph tag. There, whatever, call me, that's fine. Okay, so we get the save. We'll hit refresh, and it's using the CSS that we called. You know, slide this over just a little bit. There you go. So this is using the impact font family for our H3, and our paragraph tag, which is calling me right here, which I'm using font size 18 points, and the color is green. So everything's rendering out just fine. So that's just a quick introduction to, I don't know, what it is, how we can use it within our a single page site. Pretty much is what this is. Next time I'll go ahead and I'll cover the external and inline as well. So until then, guys, have fun, play around with this. You can change all this stuff up. I wish you guys the best of luck. Have a good day. Make sure you subscribe, follow, like the video, leave me questions, check out my webpage. You guys know the routine. Have a good day.